Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zolotech, and I wanted to talk about the best designed or overall iPhone ever. And for me, it's in this group, and many people would say it's an iPhone 10. However, I disagree with that. I happen to like some of the older devices. Now, we got started with the iPhone 1, and this design actually was one of my favorites for a long time. The 3G and the 3GS I don't have here because, well, I got rid of them and they're plasticky, and I know a few people really like those, but I was never a huge fan of that plastic back. What I am a fan of is when Steve Jobs introduced the iPhone 4, and then later this is a 4S. This is my favorite design of all time. This is past the issue we had with the antenna gate, and this is the most solid iPhone, in my opinion, that was ever built. It feels very solid because it has a stainless steel ring around the outside. It had very solid software. We're running iOS 6 on this right now. It feels super fast and fluid. While it's not a huge screen, and that was a problem for quite some time, it just feels solid, and I have very fond memories of this one. This is kind of when the iPhone came into its prime. It started to get recognized all over the place. Everyone was using it, and this is really the one, in my opinion, that really made me stick with iPhone for years. It's just such a better experience as far as the design aesthetic, the build. In fact, I know someone that ran over this with a bicycle. It didn't damage the screen. It cracked the back, which you could easily replace 2 screws, pop it off, pull it out, put a new one on, and you were good to go. Now, if you did have a screen break, that was more difficult to replace. However, it wasn't as expensive as today's iPhones either. So we still had the 30-pin connector on the bottom. And I think for most people, there's going to be 2 favorites for most people if you've been using iPhones all along. And that's probably the iPhone 4 or 4S or the iPhone 5, or in this case, it's the SE, but it's the same exact design with a different color. So this design came after the 4S, and it's got a very nice feel to it. It's hard to really understand what it's like when you compare the two. The 4 and 4S feel heavier. This was aluminum, this one was steel and glass, and this feels lighter, but it's just built solid. In this squared off edge, I was really hoping they were going to bring back with iPhone 10. Now, there's a lot of tech reviewers out there that are hating on the iPhone 10, and I don't think it's really warranted. There's some things I don't like about it, but there's a lot of things I do like about it. However, I don't think it's the best phone ever made. I think it's got a lot of great features. I don't think it's the best iPhone ever made as far as just overall. It feels incomplete as far as the software goes, and maybe we'll see more with iOS 12. Now, I have the 6 Plus and the 8 Plus here, and the reason I picked these two is the 6 Plus was the first large phone. It had issues bending. This actually has a skin on it, but it had issues bending. It's very lightweight, but it was the first huge phone that Apple made. They perfected it over the years, and now we have the iPhone 8 Plus. And the 8 Plus is the best large phone, in my opinion, that they've made, just because it's a progression of the iPhone 6, 6S, 7, and now 8 with wireless charging, and I love the glass back. It's more reminiscent of the iPhone 4. So for me, the best phones really are the iPhone 4, 4S, and 5 or 5S. These 2 designs are iconic. I wish they'd take these and make them larger. Now, I just want to make this quick video to see what your favorite iPhone is. Obviously, mine are these 2, this sort of style, and I'd love to see it blown up into the larger size, maybe with different bezels, but I just like that feel in the hand. Now, maybe I'll do a poll on YouTube, on the community page, or on Twitter as well, and see which phone is your favorite. And also, if you want to see more about previous versions of iOS or anything else, I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, though, please subscribe and like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.